Here is Silent Silverwolf of Love and Above, and I am here with this week's card reading, and that's for the week commencing the 16th of May. And today I am using the Guardian Angel Tarot cards. They're done by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. So let's get going and seeing what's going on. I hope you had a good week last week. And I really, really want you to rock your awesomeness again this week. So let's see what comes out. So the first card I've got is Eight of Thought. Now, as you can imagine, thoughts, so Monday is all about focusing on the thoughts. What is it that you are thinking about? Is it that you are mulling over something that is concerning you in your mind? Or is it that you're thinking highly of people of, oh, that person is looking like they need a little bit of support today? Or perhaps it is, oh, let me help that woman who is struggling a little bit. Or maybe it's you pick up something for somebody who's dropped something. But whatever it is, that monitor your thoughts, because it's really easy to get carried away with our thoughts. There are some people who can start thinking one way about what is going on, and then all of a sudden they've created it into this great big thing by the end of it. So what I mean is that my husband went in for day surgery. This is a number of years ago, and I started off thinking, they told me that I couldn't stay, even though I was told originally I could stay, and I had brought all this work with me that I could do while I was there, including reading books and etc. And by the time I had gone in the lift and gone back up to reception again in the hospital, I had managed to talk away in my own mind that by the time I get back here, I'll be getting a phone call to say that that he died in surgery. And that's where my brain had gone. It had gone from, oh, I'm not going to know anything, I don't know, etc., etc. It was quite complicated. It was day surgery, but it was a complicated operation, and it went on for much longer than it was, and my brain went places. So what I'm saying is, monitor what you're thinking. Is it reality, or is it that this is just your thoughts getting out of control? Because sometimes we can do that. So keep an eye on your thoughts. Maybe you're trying to think one way or differently about something. Maybe you do affirmations, and maybe it's just keeping in mind some of the affirmations that you're saying on a daily basis. So there is Monday for you. Let's have a look at Tuesday. Okay, we have got, oh, another thoughts card, Ace of Thoughts. Oh, I love that little picture. So Tuesday again is about thoughts, and it's about thinking the best thoughts. It's about how can I put this? It's about celebrating your thoughts. It's not, I get that's a bit difficult, because that sounds very egotistic. Congratulate yourself on having the best thoughts. It's not that. It's about, sometimes I talk about small wins, where it's just the little things, where instead of your first reaction being, oh, I'm really angry about this, it could be, I appreciate I'm frustrated and angry about this, but I'm going to try and act a little differently this time. I want to just calm down first before I deal with the situation. It's about recognizing that maybe you've done something different in a situation where your automatic reaction is one thing, but then you actually tried something different in that moment and it worked. And it could just be a surprising win, that you didn't realize until afterwards. Because a lot of the times we do not realize, we don't sit there and plan out off the cuff thoughts. It's just you've been working on yourself, and you're just like, well, I would have normally reacted differently in that situation. Maybe all this work I am doing on my personal development is working, is actually beginning to become more natural in my own thoughts. So when you realize that you've done something like that, and it looks like Tuesday is the day, just smile to yourself. Just realize that is a huge thing, going from one automatic subconscious thought to doing something a little bit differently. Let's have a look at Wednesday, see what's going on there. So Wednesday, guardian of abundance. So abundance, let's talk about abundance for a moment. A lot of people will think money when it comes to abundance. And that can be correct, but abundance can mean anything. It can mean everything, okay? So when I talk about abundance, what the cards talk about in abundance as well is not just money. But the answer is as well, it can mean money. It's one of those things that when we talk about love, it can mean romantic love, but it can mean every different version of love as well, like love between a mother and a child, or a father and a child. It can mean love to your fellow man. It can mean unconditional love. It can be love towards a certain group of people, such as, we see this with nurses and doctors, where they have this base care and love towards their patients, and it's not a romantic love, and it's not a weird or surreal love. It is a love of, I want to heal my fellow man or woman. So there's different types of love. Just like here, there's different types of abundance. Money is part of it, but it's not all of it. You can see it in nature as well. When you walk in nature, and all of a sudden you're just like, wow, this tree has an abundance of blueberries. An abundance. There's so many hanging off them. Or apple trees. You see it in apple trees as well. Look at how many apples are on that tree. You can see it in nature, easily see it in nature, and nature is not money. You can see it with this is like really gross, but maggots. They seem to get everywhere. If there's one, there's not just one. There seems to be hundreds. They seem to like be abundant in there. And so that it's so it's not just that. It could be that there's an abundance of happiness that day. It could be that it's an abundance of joy. It could be that there's an abundance of feathers for whatever reason. It doesn't need to, and it's not a weird reason like, a bird has died and there's feathers everywhere. It could just be there's an abundance of feathers. It could be, particularly in my household, an abundance of crystals. I'm just saying. It could be that, particularly if you don't mow the lawn or cut the grass, there's an abundance of grass. So Wednesday, so now we've got a bit of a better idea of abundance. Let's take a look at the meaning of this card. And Guardian of Abundance is, and this is the most exciting thing, is that you're going to be the one that's going to be giving out that abundance. Now, like I say, doesn't need to be money. It could be that maybe you do hand out the paychecks at work. Maybe that's what it is, and you're just like, I feel like a guardian of money today. I am just handing it all out. I am feeling really good, even though it is not you that's actually giving out the money. You might be giving out the paychecks, for example. But it could be that. So what this is saying is that you're the one that's going to kickstart this abundance. So when I talked about joy, maybe you're kickstarting the abundance of joy at work. Maybe you're kickstarting the abundance of happiness at work, or positivity, or whatever it is that happens. Because people will, it's like a knock-on effect. You will be the start of it. You will be the originator of whatever this abundance is, and then it cascades around everybody. So if you want, choose what you're going to do. You know it's going to be Wednesday. Isn't it great when people follow your positive lead, where all of a sudden it's just like, oh wow, they're full of joy. Oh wow, look, that person's full of joy as well. That person, why don't you do something really fun? I learned this off of Dr. David Hamilton, who works in this industry as well, and he said that it took about a year for him to go into a shop and tell somebody, the person behind the shopkeeper behind the till, have a good day, and then he would walk out. And because normally it's the shopkeeper that says to people, have a good day, and to be fair, in shops nowadays it doesn't really happen. So he said he would do this in every single shop he would go into, and then one day he went into a shop and someone said, have a good day. Now, have a little bit of fun. Why don't you do something like that? I've started doing that a long time ago with the phrase that I use all the time, the phrase I created, keep rocking your awesomeness. And I did that in shops, and one day, this happened a couple of months ago, one day someone just said to me, oh, keep rocking your awesomeness, and I was just like, oh my goodness, it's finally come back to me. And that's what I mean about Guardian of Abundance. Why don't you start something like that? Because when it comes back to you, it is the most amazing thing. It really, really is. And all it is one phrase. One phrase. Choose your phrase. Create your own. Maybe you just want to start with, have a good day. Or maybe you could just go with the one that I use, keep rocking your awesomeness. Do that. See how long it takes to get back to you. I just roll that phrase out everywhere to everyone all the time. And I am known for the overuse of the word awesome in a conversation. And I just want people to live their best life, and having your best life is having your most awesome life. So that's why I do it. So my mission on Wednesday is to throw this into every conversation, even more than normal. I'm just saying. So you speak with me on Wednesday personally, you're going to get the awesome word. Let's move to Thursday. It is 8 of abundance. So we're still in this abundant state. We're still looking at having lots and lots and lots of this one thing. Now, this feels like this is different type of abundance to Wednesday, because Wednesday is that you're the one that's kickstarting this. But this abundance is all about learning in the abundant state. Perhaps you are doing some self-development work, and maybe this is the little nudge that you need to actually learn from one of the masters. And maybe it's that you have a coaching call that day, and that's great, go for it. And maybe there's something really big in that coaching call that you're really going to get and understand. But if it's not, then look at what books you can read that will help you in that abundant state, in that state that you want to be in. So, again, we've talked about money. A lot of people, that is a focus, but for others as well, it could be joy, it can be happiness, it can be positivity, it can be kindness, it can be, I was about to say helpfulness, which is also kindness. It can be anything. So look at, this is all about a time of learning on Thursday. What is it that you're consciously wanting to be more abundant in? And Thursday's your day for learning. So if you're not doing any sort of formal learning with it, look at books. What books? Even go to your library. You do not need to buy a book. It could be a book on your bookshelf. I have a huge number of books here. But it could be that you go to your library and read there. You know what? You don't even need to go to your library. Get your phone out, get onto Google, and then just start reading about it. Read about some of the greats in that area. And if you're not sure who they are, go for it. Just use Google. Google's the greatest thing. Use Google and just say, hey, who who is a leader in the field of whatever you are looking at that's abundant. It could be that. Or you can do it on YouTube. Have a look. See what's out there. Thursday is a time of learning. Let's look at Friday. Oh, guardian of emotion. Okay, so we're looking at emotions on Friday. That's a focus. And it's saying, again, you're the guardian of the emotion, which means that this is you deciding or choosing what emotion to use at that time. I've talked about before, you can walk past somebody in the street and you can tell instantly sometimes that they're having the best day of their life. They've got a bit of swagger about their walk. They're just like, oh yeah, this is a great day. I'm having a really good day. I'm listening to my music, got my headphones on, but I'm also wearing this great big smile, and my arms are just like da, 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 da. They're having a really chilled out, relaxed, wonderful day. But equally, you can see people, and you can see this a lot when people go into work, walking really fast. They're just like, oh, someone's a little bit slower in front of them, just like, oh, this way, that way, this way, that way. And then it's just like, oh, come on. You can see hand gestures of, come on. And you can see that they're frustrated and they're trying to get someplace. You can see people when they're frustrated as well. So this is about choosing what emotion you want to share with others today. I'm saying today, it's Friday of this week. So look at, what is it you want to share with others? Is it the best version of yourself? Is it even though we're having a bit of a challenging emotion, we can still say that. And we can still say, I'm having a good day, but I'm just so tired right now. You're allowed to honour how you're physically feeling, how you're emotionally feeling. You are allowed to, even though you think, oh, that doesn't really fit in with being joyful. It could be that you just need a few moments to just relax, just to regain that strength, that joy within you before you put it out to the world again. And that's okay. That's absolutely fine. Go for it. Do it. So that's Friday. Let's have a look at Saturday. Okay. Saturday is 5 of abundance. Abundance is coming out this week, isn't it? This is great. I love it. So this one is all about sharing with others. This one is properly about sharing with others. It doesn't mean that you need to share your salary with them or your money with them. It can be that you're sharing your time with somebody. It can be that you're sharing your joy with somebody. It can be that, you're sharing whatever you're growing in your garden with someone. Maybe you have an elderly neighbour that struggles to, maybe they've got arthritis, maybe they're they're in their 90s and mobility is a bit of a thing now, and maybe you share a meal with them. Maybe you make more food than normal for your dinner and you just share it with them. Maybe a lasagna, maybe whatever it is you want to do. Or maybe it's you're having baked potato with something and maybe you make some baked potato and take it round them and just say, well, made you some of this. It could be as simple as that on Saturday. But this is about sharing your abundance. And it doesn't mean physical items. It can mean, as I've already said, time. Maybe it's your joy. Maybe it is your happiness. Maybe it is physically your hand. Maybe it's particularly with a young child. Maybe it's like, would you like a little help? And they go, yes, please. And it's just offering out something that they may not have, maybe they do have it, but it's there. And even if this person says no, you're not doing the wrong thing. This is about, you will learn something from the situation either way. But that is what Saturday is all about, is sharing your abundance. Right, let's look at Sunday. Final card. Oh, this is nice. This is not suit. This is a life event. Open your heart. That is going to mean different things to different people. Opening your heart, it can mean something. It can mean romantic love, but equally it can mean that if your heart is normally closed to people, it's about opening it up just a little bit, maybe sharing what's in there. It could be that you share an emotion with someone. It doesn't need to be a bad one. It can just be, do you know what? I just want to share today that I feel okay. And that person may not understand the enormity of that for you, but you understand that. And that's what matters, really. Open your heart in whatever way you feel that you can open your heart on Sunday. Again, I talked about, sharing a meal with an elderly neighbour. Maybe it's, maybe it's something similar to that. Maybe it is, oh, let me just take your bin round. Maybe just let me just do some weeds for you. Whatever it is, it's about just opening your heart just a little bit further. And these sorts of things are important. This is a life lesson, so you're actually going to understand something really deeply with whatever you decide on Sunday. Okay, that is your reading for the week. I'm going to end this with the phrase you all know: keep rocking your awesomeness. And I will see you next week, but catch the other videos this week on my YouTube channel. I do different types of ones. I do thought of the week, I do a well-being Wednesday, I do therapy Thursday, and results Friday. So different things that I do in my business, and I'm just sharing it out with the world, just little snippets just to keep things in mind, and who knows. So like and subscribe to my channel, and like I say, keep rocking your awesomeness.